think it's working. Everybody can hear me. We are live broadcasting from the homies. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Looks like still just you and me, huh?
Yeah, there was Esteban came in and joined the group
Oh yeah.
for a little bit, but he was playing some like Spanish music, and I had no idea what was going on. I was like, hey, and then I don't think he heard me, so.
Let's see.
So
Cool. Well, I guess I am a minute early, so we can.
you dog you.
I know, right? Look at me.
Yeah. So it looks like all we have to do is take a quiz today, right?
Yeah, I think. Let me go pull it back up here
Take a quiz and then post this recording online.
and comment on it or something. I don't know. It's kind of. I wasn't sure if we were supposed to go over the preparation or if we were just supposed to take the quiz.
I think it's just so it says meet with your group and then discuss any questions you have on the group quiz questions of the group preparation assignment.
Oh, okay. So if there's any questions about it, we can discuss it. But if we don't have any questions, then we can just take the quiz. Looks like.
Yeah. And I'll just share my screen so we all can just like look at it.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, I'll give everybody 10 minutes, and if everybody's not back at 10:40, it's just
So you're out on the East Coast then?
yeah, yeah. I live in North Carolina.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm over in Idaho, but I'm
Right on.
about an hour and a half south of Rexburg.
Okay. Was that like was it Boise?
It's Pocatello.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a small city. I work at a semiconductor manufacturing facility here. Make microchips, basically. I
Oh, right on.
handle handle logistics for line maintenance parts, spare parts. It's a fun job. Stressful, but fun. What about you? Are you doing any work along with school, or are you just going to school?
Yeah, I work at Wells Fargo as a banker.
Oh, that's right. I think I remember seeing your introduction video.
Yeah,
Do you like it there?
it's all right. I can't complain.
Yeah. Good.
So, let's see. We'll send out this invite.
So I have a question. Is the Apila homework for chapter 3 not available to you?
Let me look.
So I was gonna work on that after I finished the quiz thing and I couldn't access it. It just says closed.
Is that lesson 3?
It says lesson 2, chapter 3,
Lesson
Pila
3.
homework.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Oh, is that due today? No, that's due Thursday.
It's due Thursday, but yeah, it won't let me do it now, which kind of bums me out. I'd like to get on top of some of this stuff.
Yeah, mine says closed as well.
Huh.
So I'm
I'll
assuming.
I'll post something about it with the instructor and the questions thing when we're done with this, and just to make sure that it's not supposed to be available yet. But yeah, I'm kind
sure.
of a try and get stuff done ahead of time kind of person.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Plus, I'm also taking 20 credits this semester, so
Oh, good night.
just trying to stay on top of everything.
Goodness, dude, why are you doing that?
Um, I've been in school for let's see, since fall 2013, and I keep changing my major, and so I finally found one that I'm happy with and I'm excited about, and I'm just wanting to get it done. So
Okay, I get
got
what
a
that.
got a bunch of credits to take for the next year, and then I'm done. But yeah, it's been a bumpy ride, but it's all right.
Great. All right, so I sent out another link, so hopefully we'll get it.
Yeah. So what do you want to do? I guess once you graduate, you want to keep working for Wells Fargo or do something else?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. Um, I know we have to do some internships with this for my major, the business management one.
Yeah.
So I'll probably do my internships here with the bank.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm doing my internships at the place I'm working now, so I can keep working and just get that internship stuff taken care of.
Yeah, that's my. My only concern is like, oh man, like how, like if I do an internship and I don't get paid, like I definitely can't do that because
Yeah.
I need the money.
Yeah, no, I know the feeling.
Uh,
Luckily, I know that the internship I'm doing this semester, I've been given two extra projects at my job, and they're working me 5 hours a week extra. And I talked with the internship office, and they're allowing me to use part of my regular work hours as long as I'm working on these projects to count towards the internship. So I'm doing a 20 hour a week internship, uh, but only working 5 extra hours because I'm working on these other projects. I don't know if
so
that's
you work
something your
a
employer
full
could do.
40, right?
Yeah, so I work 45 hours a week now because of the 5 hours extra for the internship.
Mm-hmm.
But it beats having to quit this job and get an
Yeah,
internship
man,
elsewhere that's not paid.
definitely. Mm-hmm. let's just do this. I'm not. It's 10:30. It's
Yeah,
10:30.
I got you.
I don't have time.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. So I'm screen sharing. Mm. Oh, dang! You got 20 questions. That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Um,
So let's see. I'm just separating out my windows here so I can have my quiz pulled up along with. So it looks like basically everything we went over in the everything we went over in the little preparation assignment.
yeah. Did that yesterday, so it's kind of the.
Yeah. So I just want to start going through the questions.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do question one. It says, when an economist points out that you and millions of other people are interdependent, he or she is referring to the fact that we all, and I think it's we all rely upon one another for goods and services we consume. That should be the
Rely
I
on.
guess, second one down, I think.
Yeah, B. Yeah, I think it's yeah. Okay, so we got some quizzes, host name, production, and mode of production. We're making wallets and purses. We can make 8 wallets or 10 purses. So a host name must work a half an hour to make each purse, and the production possibilities frontier is based on how many hours of work. What, 20 hours?
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense, yeah.
I had to think for a second. But
Okay.
yeah. Um, let's see. If the production possibilities frontiers shown are each for 1 year of working, then which of the following combinations of jackets and sweaters should Lisa and Bryce together produce in a given year? Um, let's
I
see.
feel like these are like the homework questions.
Yeah, they do look like the homework questions.
Is it?
Lisa and Bryce produce in a given year 10 and 2, 16 and 4. Yeah. Those are the homework questions. So, I mean, I guess it's good to come prepared. As long as you got them right, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how. But anyway,
This
um,
one here, this one and the next one of the homework actually were um, a little confusing for me because all the calculations I got didn't work. Was there like I didn't see any sort of like equation or anything
yeah,
in the
I
in the
wasn't.
reading.
I wasn't entirely sure. Um, I went with 20. I went. I said 2 sweaters and 20 jackets as just kind of an average, you know.
Yeah, I was
Because I
thinking if
mean, if you did 4 sweaters and 12 jackets, I mean, so if I mean, what if we just took the halfway points of each and then added them up, right? So
yeah, so it would be 3 sweaters.
two, two and 2 and 8 for Lisa, and then 1 and 5 for him. So
Would
essentially,
be
that'd
3
be
and
that'd
13,
be
right?
3 sweaters, yeah, and 13. So I mean, if you do that, then C adds up the best. But
4 sweaters and 12 jackets. Yeah, because I was just thinking, like, if, because, like, let's say you get 2 sweaters and 20 jackets. Let's say, what's the one? Bryce only did jackets, and then who's the other one? Lisa did the 2 sweaters and 8 jackets.
Mm-hmm.
That would be 18 jackets. So I mean, that's why I was like, none of them really added up perfectly to me. That was the thing that confused me.
Mm-hmm.
Because you did 1 and 1, that'd be 12 and 5, which is 17. So that's 2 sweaters and 17 jackets. So I don't know. What if I did 2 jackets? Yeah. See, 5. It's definitely not 5 sweaters and 7 jackets. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It'll be 5 sweaters and 5 jackets. Or maybe it could be 7. No. 3 and 2, 5.
I'm just like wondering, like, how did they solve? Like, how do you solve this?
Yeah, without spending an hour going through every possible calculation and finding the one that's right. So I was like, there has to be like some sort of not calculation, but formula or something that I'm missing.
I'll pull up the book maybe. No, just hide it something.
5 sweaters and 7 jackets. 5, 3, drop it down to 4. Oh, shoot. The answer is 1 sweater and 22 jackets.
Okay.
Because if you drop it down to, if you drop it over to Lisa doing 1 jacket, it means she's doing 12, or 1 sweater means she's doing 12 jackets. And then Bryce is doing 0 sweaters and 10 jackets, which would be 22. So it would be A. Right?
Okay, so if she did 0 sweaters, then she did 16 jackets.
No, it's if she did 1 sweater and 12 jackets, and then Bryce did 0 sweaters and 10 jackets.
Yeah. Okay, if you did 2. Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, because if
2, then she's 8. So they could do 2 and then 18, but that's not an option.
yeah, well, if like I said, if Lisa does one sweater, she would drop from 16 jackets to 12 jackets.
Yeah.
So she would produce 1 sweater and 12 jackets, and then if Bryce produced only jackets, he would do 10 jackets. So combined, they would have 1 sweater and 22 jackets produced.
I see it.
Cool.
Seen that Andre and Paul can switch between producing wheat and producing beef at a constant rate. That's pretty cool. 100 is 30 wheat, 15 beef. He does 15 wheat and 5 beef. Oh, those are minutes to make 1 pound.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where the math gets kind of crabby.
An 8-hour day, that'd be what, 480 minutes? Right?
Is that 8 times 6? It's 40. Yep. 480 minutes.
So in 480 minutes, means that they have to produce 16 bushels of wheat. And he can produce 96 pounds of beef, so it's not A. Oh, wait. Oh, it's actually A, yeah, because it's just asking for Andrea.
Is it just asking for Andrea?
Yeah. So it's A. You just do 480 divided by 30, and then you get 16 bushels of wheat.
I think I overcomplicated that way more than I needed to in that homework. And Paul can really produce pounds of beef like crazy.
There you go. The beef.
Oh my God.
Okay, the fact that the line slopes downward reflects the fact that for Brazil it is more costly.
So I put down C for that one, and perhaps I could be wrong because I didn't really read much about trade-offs in this chapter. But this is Brazil. I chose Brazil faces a trade-off between producing peanuts and producing cashews.
That's true. I mean, it's downward sloping because that's how the graph is.
Yeah.
For Brazil, it is more costly to produce peanuts than it is to produce cashews.
Let's see. I'm gonna go back to the book here.
1, 2, 3.
Still, no one responded to anything.
That's weird. If you do 8, 30.
Yeah, I said 8:30. Rex or Mountain Standard Time or Mountain Daylight Time.
Yeah, it's whatever. I'm not gonna cry over spelling it. 30. So every 1 peanut, you make 30 cashews. I think A is also a good option because you can make more cashews than for peanuts.
It's more costly to produce peanuts than it is to produce cashews. So yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because asking what the slope of the line shows, so I'm not sure if the slope of the line is showing that it's more costly to do that, or if it's showing there's a trade-off, or if it's showing they will produce, or they should specialize in producing cashews. You know what I mean? So just looking at the thing here real quick. Book is what I meant to say, not thing. Trade.
Okay. Let's see. So did you already do this?
Which one?
You've already done this quiz.
I didn't already do the quiz. It's exactly the same as the homework.
Okay.
So yes and no. I didn't actually do the quiz.
No, you could. I just didn't want to, like, if I'm holding you up, like, I don't want to, if it's just me.
No. I feel like I'm holding you up. I'm just trying to, I want to find out what this means. But I bet you it is that it's more costly to produce peanuts. Because there's nothing about, well, there's one thing, there's nothing about trade-offs.
Yeah.
So I've already taken some economics classes, so I already know what trade-offs are and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm just thinking.
I don't know.
Okay, so yeah. Let's go with that. Where are we at?
It represents Alice's current production, and point of view represents Betty's current production. Under what circumstances can both Alice and Betty benefit from
So I put that Alice produces more lemonade and Betty produces more pizza. Because
yes,
Alice has a comparative advantage on lemonade.
Yeah, for sure. I bet Alice's lemonade is better.
Probably. Let's see. Ken and Tracy are two woodworkers who both make tables and chairs in 1 month. Ken can make 3 tables or 18 chairs, whereas Tracy can make 8 tables or 24 chairs. Given this, we know that the opportunity cost of 1 chair is. That one I put 1/6 of a table for Ken and 1/3 of a table for Tracy.
So with 1 table, he can make 6 chairs.
Yes. So yeah, with the amount of work it would take to make 1 table, he could have made 6 chairs.
Yeah. So if you made 1 chair, Ken can only make 1/3 of the table. Yeah. Hey, sounds good. Just doing the math in my head.
Yeah.
It seems that Japan and Korea can switch between cars and planes at a constant rate. Okay. Hours to make 1 car is 30 hours in an airplane. We got 2 weeks to make planes. Pretty quick. Alright, so Japan's opportunity cost of 1 car is one fifth of an airplane, and Korea's opportunity cost is 1/3 of an airplane.
Yeah, I think that.
Like A.
Yeah, that's exactly what I had on that one too.
Because you're not gonna make 5 airplanes. You're not gonna make 5 airplanes at the same time. You can make 1 car.
Yeah.
So C and D are out. Anyway, these big grabs. Suppose a 2-year-old betrays 6 burritos to Dina for 10 tacos, but Dina produces and sends to October, which is the following calorie. Good food.
So how much could Dina then consume, assuming Dina specializes in taco production? And
I don't know how many tacos can you eat, Dina?
well, so she's specializing in tacos. He's specializing in burritos. So you know, there's a total of 400 tacos being made, and a total of however many burritos. 300 burritos.
300 burritos.
So if it was a 6-to-10 ratio or a 10-to-6 ratio, that means
Go small. Let's go 3 to 5.
3 to 5. Yeah, okay, we do 3 to 5 ratio. That means.
So he'll give us 6. He'll give us. Let's see.
Basically, he'll give us 3 burritos for every 5 tacos produced.
Yeah. So say he'll give us 100. He'll give us 100 burritos, and we'll give him 40 tacos for it. Okay. Right, because you take the 6, you take the 3, and you divide it by the burritos that Dina. Oh, yeah, that Arturo can make. So he can make 300. So essentially, if he does nothing but burritos, and he gives us 6 burritos, that'd be 50 burritos out of his total. And then we're going to give him 10 tacos. 80 tacos. Right?
Let's see.
So,
Just trying to think. So it's only Dina's. So how much could she consume? We'll say if she kept half of her tacos,
okay, 200.
which means she'd give 200 tacos to that guy, but he'd give him for 6 for 10 or 3 for 5, whichever. What's 60% of 200? 100, 100.
120.
Is it 120?
Yeah.
So we have 200 and 130. That doesn't add out, right?
I like it big. Suppose if there is room to trade 6 tacos.
Oh, hold on. So if we gave him 300 tacos, that would be, let's see, 300 times 0.6. So 180. Dang it, that doesn't work.
Okay, if we give him 200 tacos, right?
So if we give him 100 tacos,
for each of those 10.
oh, that's C. So I think the thing that's getting us is we think that, like, at least I was reading it, that we were giving 300 tacos to him and we were getting 60 burritos. But it's actually how many
So
Dina is consuming. So
we're
we
gonna
give him
100.
we only give him 100 tacos, and 100
We'll get 60
at a rate of
burritos.
6 for 10 is with 60 burritos. So it's C.
Yeah, and that's a good deal for us because that's faster than we can make 60
Yeah.
tacos if we make 300.
Yeah.
Great, I like it. I think we just overthought it.
I think I accidentally answered the wrong question. For some reason, I have an answer already in question 10.
Let's see. Suppose that a worker in Albania produces 6 units of wheat per year. Over 2.
So it's funny because both of them. So if you get rid of so it's basically 6 times 10 is for each nation.
Mm-hmm.
For different types. So Fredonia can produce 60 units of corn in a year, and then Slovenia can produce 60 units of wheat per year. And so Slovenia is doing a 30 for 30 swap. So each one gets 30 units of corn and 30 units of wheat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is the best deal because everyone wins, right?
Yeah, so if we give them 30 corn and 10, so we make 30 corn and 10 wheat. Okay, so then we're going to, Fredonia is going to give 30 units of corn in exchange for 30 units of wheat. So that's all of our corn?
I guess I was thinking. I was thinking that when trade was initiated, that specialization occurred.
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps I might have been wrong on that. So if Fredonia sends 30 units of corn to Slovenia in exchange with 30 units of wheat, Fredonia will now be in consuming maximum. So they would have sent all their corn.
Oh, hold on, yeah. So they're 10 workers, so you're right. So, but there's 6 Fredonia can do 6 units of corn. Okay, so then they have 10 workers, so in 1 year they can make 60 units of corn.
Yeah.
And then they give or 2 units of wheat per year. So you're right about specialization. So then we're gonna give, if we only do If we do 30 units of corn, we can do 10 units of corn.
So yeah, if both sides were to specialize, that would mean Sylvania was producing 60 units of wheat, and Fredonia is producing 60 units of corn. And so if Fredonia sends 30 of its 60 units of corn to Slovenia in exchange for 30 of their 60 units of wheat, they should be at 30 and 30 and 30.
Sounds great. Sounds about right.
Assume the farmer and the rancher can switch between producing pork and producing tomatoes at a constant rate. Assume that the farmer and rancher each has 24 labor hours available. If each person spends all his time producing the good on which his comparative advantage trade takes place at a price of £1 for pork and £2 of tomatoes, then excuse me. I put that as the rancher will gain from this trade, but the farmer will not. Because even if the farmer was only producing for himself, he would still only produce 4 tomatoes and 2 pounds of pork.
Yeah.
But if they did trade, he'd get 2 pounds of pork for 4 tomatoes. 4 of his 8 tomatoes from the rancher. Or if he traded more, it would be like...
Yeah, well, I mean, we have to look at who has comparative advantage, you know?
Yeah.
The rancher has comparative advantage to the farmer because it costs the farmer anytime he makes, and you know, he needs 6 hours to make a pound of pork. That takes away 2 of his hours to make tomatoes.
Yeah. So the rancher will gain and the farmer won't?
Yeah, because the rancher has comparative advantage, I think.
Yeah. Let's see. If Hosni and Merv switch from each person dividing her time equally between the production of purses and wallets to each person spending all her time producing the good in which she has a comparative advantage, the total production of purses will increase by... Excuse me. I did 3 because if they're both splitting their time, there would be only 7 purses being made because let's see, Merv would be producing 3 and Hosni would be producing, Merv would be producing 2 and Hosni would be producing 5, which would make 7 purses being made. Mm-hmm. But if Hosni went and did 10, instead of Merv producing any of it, then there would be an increase of 3.
All right, yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, so assume the farmer and rancher can switch to producing pork and tomatoes. Constant rate, the farmer should specialize in production of tomatoes and the rancher should specialize in pork. Both food and the rancher should specialize in production of zero food. Yeah, I wouldn't say B. C can make tomatoes quick.
Constant rate.
Right.
Yeah.
So it takes him longer to make pork, so you're not going to do A. Both goods. And why would you want to do it? That would cost you 8 hours to make 9 hours to make both goods in one day. Make 1 pound.
So I'm just thinking, like, if he specializes in tomatoes and pork, or just tomatoes, he gets excuse me, 4 tomatoes and 2 pork. And if the rancher specializes in the production of both, or if rancher does both, he gets 3 pork and 3 tomatoes. Yeah. I don't know if there's like at this point, I don't know if trade is even necessary. I think the answer's right, but just philosophically, I don't think trade would be necessary between these two people.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Because if one's producing 2 pounds of pork and 4 pounds of tomatoes, and the other's producing 3 pounds of pork and 3 pounds of tomatoes, it's really not that big of a difference.
It's the same.
Let's see, assume that Maya and Miguel can switch between producing mixers and producing toasters. Maya has an absolute advantage in the production of, well, she has an absolute advantage in the production of both. But she has a comparative advantage in the production of, I think it was toasters?
Toasters? So, in 1 hour, she needs 8 hours to make a mixer and then 5 hours to make a toaster. So hers.
Yeah, I'm just thinking
It costs more for her to lose out to make mixers. So she would rather spend her time making toasters because she can make more toasters than she's going to mixers.
yeah.
I would say she has a comparative advantage in toasters.
Yeah. Well, let's see, a comparative advantage for Miguel. He's sacrificing 0.5 mixers to make 1 toaster.
Yeah, so he's
And
sacrificing half of a mixer to make a toaster.
she's sacrificing like point
Six,
or
almost 2/3 of a mixer, right? 5 plus 5 goes into 8, like 60%.
trying to think, because that would mean she would have a comparative advantage in making mixers, because then she would only be
Yeah,
right. Because
yeah,
then
that makes sense.
because he'd be giving up 2 toasters to make
Just to make
1
one.
mixer,
Yeah,
and she'd be giving up only like 1.3
yeah.
toasters to make a mixer. So I think she has a comparative advantage in mixers.
Sounds right. Yeah.
See, total output in an economy increases when each person specializes because as each person spends more time producing that product in which he or she has a comparative advantage. I think that's the right answer.
Yeah,
B.
that sounds the best. Oh my gosh, jeez, this Artuno Dina character. Just combined shops sell out of the same van.
Right.
Or trading tacos for burritos is a health hazard.
Arturo and Dina would not be able to gain from trade if Dina's opportunity cost of 1 taco changed to. So, I mean, anything above, like if it's swapped to where she was, uh, the one with like 2 burritos per 1 taco,
Yeah.
like that would be, because he's only he could produce 400 tacos and 300 burritos, so he's at 4/3. No, he's at 3/4.
And she's at a half.
And she's at a half. Because it takes, yeah. And he's at 3/4. So if he did, right?
Yeah.
So I think, so at that point, 3/4 a burrito or 4/3 a burrito or 2 burritos would all be applicable.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So then it's probably a half of a burrito. Because if they all work, then this one's got to be the answer, right?
Arturo and Dina would not be able to gain from trade if Dina's opportunity cost of 1 taco changed to. So it's already at a half, though, isn't it? So that's where she already is, and they're gaining from trade.
So,
but if she went up to 3/4 like he is, they would lose any opportunity, any value, right? Because it's basically the same.
if Dina's opportunity cost of 1 taco changed to, I mean, if it changed to any burrito though, so like if Dina was trying to trade this guy burritos, it wouldn't really work out, you know. I don't know. I think we just go with whatever you said. I'm kind of confused on this one.
Right. Because 2 burritos for sure, that's not, it's 100% not going to work. But 3 burritos or 4/3, same thing. Because then if it was 4/3, she would then be making burritos because she'd be better at it. I'm going to go with 3/4, but I don't know what you want to do. That's the one that confuses me because I feel like there's multiple right answers.
Yeah.
I think that would 3/4 a burrito would be the first time they wouldn't be able to gain from trade.
Yeah.
Anyway, by definition, exports are goods which a country or goods produced domestically that are sold abroad. That's the answer for that one.
Man, why can't they be more like that?
Right? Less math and philosophy and more just definitions.
Yeah, because I can do that. That's easy.
Assume that England and Spain can switch between producing cheese and producing bread at a constant rate. England should export which? I think I chose that England should export neither. Wait.
Well, if they can make 40
Oh,
units
yeah.
of cheese, they should export cheese.
But they can also make bread better than Spain.
Yeah.
Like in this scenario, I mean, if they're the only two, then I guess. Yeah. So it's a hard for me because I see that and I say they should just export both goods and import neither because like sure they could export cheese and import bread, but they could make more bread than they could cheese, but then the opportunity cost is greater. So yeah, I think you're right. Export cheese, import bread. Oh man, suppose a worker in Boatland can produce either 5 units of wheat or 25 units of fish per year, and a worker in farmland can produce either 25 units of wheat or 5 units of fish per year. There are 30 workers in each country. No trade occurs between the two countries. Boatland produces and consumes 75 units of wheat and 375 units of fish per year, while farmland produces and consumes 375 units of wheat and 75 units of fish per year. If trade were to occur, Boatland would trade 90 units of fish to farmland in exchange for 80 units of wheat. If Boatland now completely specializes in fish production, how many units of fish could it now consume along with 80 units of imported wheat? Whew, that's a lot. Yeah. I did, let's see, 660, right? Because you have 30 workers and each is producing 25 units of fish. So 30 times 25 is 750. And then you would subtract the traded amount of 90.
So 660.
Would be 660 plus they have the 80 units of wheat they got, so I think it's 660. Let's see, Chile's production. Colombia should specialize in the production of blank in this scenario. Colombia is
The one on the right. Coffee? Because they can make more coffee per pound than they can soybeans. Like it costs them more to make soybeans than it does coffee. Right?
yeah. I'm just thinking because theirs is that you're sacrificing half of the soybean for one coffee. These other guys, to make one coffee, you're sacrificing like 0.25 soybeans. So it looks like Chile has had a comparative advantage in that. Vice versa, if you're making one soybean, you're sacrificing 1.25. And these guys are sacrificing 2. Yeah, coffee and import soybeans.
Because Chile could they can make the soybeans.
Yeah.
Don't make soybeans.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, sound good to you? Sounds good to me. Submit quiz.
I missed 3.
Me too.
Not bad. I'll take it.
Yep.
So
Wonder which ones I missed. I don't think we can look at them yet.
that'd be cool. Anyway, okay.
Yeah, if you want to post this up
Yeah, let's see.
in that.
I'll stop screen sharing. Great. Okay, so I'll stop the broadcast.